Hi, welcome to another Mondays Matter episode, and today we're going to talk about how other people shouldn't be able to tell you if you're happy or not. That's something you should be able to know for yourself. Let's talk about it. What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the XVLN Hideout. My name is Ghost, and if you guys have never been here before, I am personally so glad you're here. This is a channel where we talk about the games we play, the lives we live, and how we can look for ways to help each other be better than we were the day before. Better than yesterday is the motto. One stream at a time, one day at a time. And also, this particular series focuses on releasing a video every Monday so that you guys can have a little bit of inspiration and motivation to get through your week with a smile and understand that Monday is just another opportunity to do something amazing or to just hang out and chill. But what happens is, I started this series because Mondays needed more love. A lot of people are always like, boo, 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 Mondays suck, whoop, whoop this. And then it's like, thank God it's Friday, TGIF on the Instagram. So we had to come out with something so that Mondays didn't have such a bad rap. If you guys feel like you vibe with any of this content, if you guys resonate with the content, if it helps you out in any type of way, a like for the video goes a long way for the channel. And feel free to subscribe so that you guys can see more videos like this. And then you can also, it's totally your choice, but feel free to hit the bell. And then when I come out with a new video, it comes up on your phone screen and it says, hey, Ghost just came out with a new video and you're gonna wanna watch this one. So, I'm sorry guys, now that I'm seeing what my glasses actually look like in here, there is way too much reflection and you can't really see my eyes. So we're gonna go ahead and take these bad boys off. And also, this right here, this mark you guys see on my nose, yeah, well, I don't know if you guys can see the lump, but this whole part of my nose is raised. Do you know why? Because I had my eyes closed and my 1-year-old decided to hit me in the face with a wooden spoon, vertically. So the spoon literally cracked me in the nose like this. And it hurt really bad. And obviously, I was awake after that. Even though I wasn't fully asleep, I definitely was more awake after that. Anyways, it really hurt, and now I have a mark on my face. So if you guys are wondering, I didn't fall down the stairs. My child is very aggressive. Also, very quickly, guys, you guys can find me on Twitter, where I voice my opinion on a lot of things, and I post some retweetable content and hang out and talk there a lot. I'm probably on Twitter more than anywhere else, so feel free to go over there and say what's up to me. I would love to see you over there. Now let's get into this video. Well, the reason why I wanted to come out with this video is very simple. I have been on social media quite a bit lately, reading a lot of things, talking to a lot of people, and even just people honestly that I work with, people that are just in my personal space, whether it's my family, whether it's like extended family that we call family. I feel like there is a lot of unhappiness, and I am a big person on like numbers. I want to see what is going on behind the scenes. I'm that guy that I can't not know the answer to something. So if someone's like, huh, I wonder how Stonehenge was formed. Yeah, yeah. Well, actually, it says right here, according to, and then I read off whatever it is, because, or I don't actually read it off, I just do it for myself because I want to know the answer, and that's just how I am as a person. So when I think to myself, wow, my circle, or not necessarily my specific circle, but people within my circle are very unhappy, and I see on social media that the people are very unhappy, and in my head I'm thinking like, wow, like we live in a world, at least in the States, where there is so much opportunity to be happy. There's people, story after story of people coming as immigrants and coming from like a tyrannical, why does that sound weird? Tyrannical, okay, I think it's tyrannical, but that's a little bit aggressive to use that right away. What I mean is that there's people who come here for opportunity to the United States, and we have plenty of that here, and we have plenty of stories of people literally starting with nothing and being able to provide for all of their families, not only overseas, but here, and making something of themselves, being successful, finding happiness, all these different things. So I'm thinking, wow, we have all this opportunity, but there's still a lot of unhappiness, and I'm trying to figure out why. But then I search a little bit deeper. I start reading comments every single place I find a post where someone's talking about their unhappiness, because your unhappiness has to reach a new level if you feel free and comfortable to talk about it in public, whether it's on Twitter or Instagram or any of these platforms, or on YouTube, where you just say a whole video of how unhappy you are. And I'm not mad about that at all. I'm not talking down on that at all, because some people honestly have nobody to talk to, so they just throw it out there and try to see who they can talk to about their situations. You're very brave for even putting your stuff out there, because that is huge in itself. But speaking on the unhappiness, it makes me really think. And what I have found is that we have a society and a culture that is based on telling us that there are things we can obtain to find happiness, and they are very wrong. So when people say likes and followers will bring you happiness, wrong. When people say a Gucci belt's gonna bring you happiness, wrong. When people say a new car or a new house is gonna bring you happiness, it's wrong. And people say like, no dude, trust me, if I had more money, I would not be upset because I would have this taken care of, this taken care of. I get it. I get it. I'm not rich. So a lot of times I'm like, yeah, I wish I had more money too. And I think I would be happier because I won't have to deal with these bills and stress about this or that. But this is the thing. It's not real happiness. It's kind of more like relief, right? I'm relieved that I don't have to think about this anymore and I could actually go on with living my life. But what happens when you're actually trying to live your life and you're sitting around with plenty of opportunity, but also plenty of unhappiness? I think what it really comes down to is we're listening to the wrong people. I think that a lot of the voices in the industry telling us what will make us happy, well, these people are, I mean, I hate lack of a better word, they're puppets for people who are more famous and more powerful than they are, or they are saying something specific for a paycheck. And what happens is people sacrifice things in their lives to obtain. So for instance, let's just say you're working for a year straight to get a Gucci belt because you only make minimum wage, and then you finally get the belt and you realize, wow, I'm not happy at all, and I actually can care less about this belt. I just like the clout I get from it on Instagram, where everyone's like, sick belt bro, dude, straight fire, man. But in reality, it really doesn't bring you true happiness. And so what I wanted to talk about was not listening to those voices, but also not listening to any voices. And Gary Vee talks about silencing the good and the bad, but he's not the only person who talks about this, and this is why I wanted to bring it up. I also heard an interview where Bill Gates, the question was, how do you remain positive when sometimes you get a lot of negative feedback on a product or a situation? And what he said was, well, to be completely honest, I make sure that I don't spend longer than 2 minutes in a room with someone who is negative. So if I'm in a meeting that's supposed to be an hour, but there's a lot of negativity in that room, I will leave the room. And the second thing is, I do not either read comments that are on what people are going back and forth about, or I don't listen to the positive just like I don't listen to the negative. I also seen an interview, which I believe it was Hugh Jackman talking about The Greatest Showman and how there was a lot of people that don't like the movie, and then there was a lot of people who do like the movie, and the guy who was interviewing him, now I am so sorry if this is not the movie he was talking about, but I believe it was, because I was watching a lot of interviews on it, because it's an amazing movie. And he says, I think you did an amazing job. You really, like, this might be one of your best roles. And he's like, thank you so much. And the guy's like, so how do you do it? Like, what do you think when people are saying like, I don't like this, and you've put so much time and effort in doing all this stuff into it? And he's like, honestly, I don't really pay attention either way. So when someone tells me, great job, I'm like, cool. But when someone's like, terrible work, I'm like, cool. And so the reason why I'm saying this is because I'm seeing a thread of people who are getting to a place of happiness, and a lot of that has to do with not listening to other people, but only listening to what's going on in here. And the reason why I want to bring it up today, and I keep saying the reason, but this is the true reason. The true reason is I want you guys to get the self-awareness to find out what actually makes you happy and run with it. Do not be scared to run with it. So if you like riding horses and your friends think that is stupid and for girls, guess what, fellas? Ride horses. Maybe you need new friends, I don't know. But I will say that if you truly care about something and you're passionate about it, don't let society, don't let people that are popular, don't let people on social media that don't even know you, check it out, I'm gonna take it a step further. Don't let people who know you make you stray from something that you are truly passionate about. Now, don't take what I'm saying out of context. What I'm not saying is if you love causing people pain, if you love deceiving people, those types of traits, just stop doing it, right? Stop acting like an idiot, you know what I'm saying? I just really feel like too many people don't actually know who they are. Now, I feel like there's many times in the day where I'm even asking myself, like, is this who I really am? Are all of these things I really like, or am I being pressured to like these things? And this is just a self-awareness check, right? We self-evaluate, and that's what's gonna keep us healthy and happy, and it's gonna be better for the people around us. But for you guys personally who are dealing with this stuff, don't be afraid to be yourself. Like, search deep and think, dude, what do I like? Not what are they telling me that I should like. Everybody is saying this makes you happy, but there's thousands and millions of people who are obtaining these specific items and are coming out and saying, guess what? I'm not happy. And even myself included, there are so many times where I've worked for that pair of shoes, the Nikes, the Jordans, where I've worked for the belt, where I've worked for the Louis wallet, where I've tried to work for the car. And the thing is riding around in that car didn't make me feel any happier than riding around in this car. What it came down to was I was searching for something that I wasn't gonna find unless I was true to who I really was. Like, I had to be aware with, like, dude, what do I actually like? Not what are they telling me to like? What people are actually looking for is somebody who is confident in who they are. But we lack the confidence because sometimes when we step out on social media, you know what? Hold up. Let's just say this. If you put yourself on social media, it doesn't matter who you are. You could be Jesus himself, and people will hate you. You can love every person, be super nice, never say a negative thing, give to charity, do the most greatest things in the whole entire planet right now, and people on YouTube will still say, hey bro, you suck. So just get that into perspective, and you have to realize when you put yourself out there, there are always gonna be people who are miserable and also want other people to be miserable. Do we hate those people for it? You shouldn't, because that's actually taking time and energy away from you. What we should do is ignore them and realize that they're out there, and hopefully someday they change that. But for now, we just don't listen to them. I don't want to get into really the details right now of like suicide and depression and loneliness and all of these things that are plaguing our generation, but I will throw out there that you guys can look at the numbers yourself. These things are on the rise. And it's sad to see that in a place of freedom like the States, where we have so much, like, tremendous opportunity to do whatever we want to do, that this still exists. So you need to silence all the voices outside, listen to the voice inside, and really own who you are. I'm telling you, it's so freeing to own who you are. There was many times in my life where I was a straight poser, where I got caught up in a trend because everybody else was doing it and I just went along for the ride, but I wasn't actually happy doing it. It was kind of like I was just constantly acting, and I know a lot of us go through that, so I'm being transparent with you guys that there was plenty of times in my life where I'm like, wow, now when I look back, I'm like, wow, I was a straight poser. But in those moments, I learned that this isn't what I was looking for. And I just think that I was a lot more free when I figured out, wow, this is what I like to do. Like, even right now, let's just bring this up real quick. Me doing YouTube, me doing Twitch streaming where I'm streaming video games, you know how many times I have to tell someone as a grown man that, like, yeah, I stream video games and I do YouTube videos, and the looks that I get, I have to ignore those looks and make another video that night and edit a thumbnail and think about what I'm gonna share with you guys that's gonna bring you guys some value. But every single day, it's gonna be something new. You can literally be minding your own business and somebody's still gonna be like, hey, what are you doing over here? Dude, just chill. Heck, I get made fun of for bringing my water everywhere because I want to stay hydrated and I want to drink this. I don't need to get a cup of water everywhere I go when I have this. So I bring this with me and people make fun of it all the time. Well, thought it was a fire hydrant. Thought you were drinking out of a fire hydrant, buddy. Is that enough water? Better save it for the fish. But what I'm saying is, like, yes, a lot of people joke about it and it is funny, but then there's some people who are completely distraught that I have that. Like, I'm not bothering anybody. I'm just my own water. I'm just trying to stay hydrated. Anyways, we're wrapping up the video. Find self-awareness, find out who you guys truly are. I would love to know about some of your guys' stories in the comments. I'm always reading them, waiting to respond to you guys. I love talking to you guys. Own who you are, and just know that your quirkiness, your weirdness, the things you think nobody's gonna think are attractive are. And the reason why they're attractive is because it's genuine, and people are attracted to authenticity. So be authentic, be yourself. This Monday to Monday, I want you guys, even if you have to write it down physically, like on paper or something, I want you guys to write down or think about, or whatever it is, the way you reflect the best. Who am I? Who do people say that I am, and who am I actually? And see how well they match up. All the links you guys need will be down below. I also stream on Twitch Tuesday, Monday, that's backwards, and Thursday night at 9 p.m. PST. I'd love to have you guys in the stream if you guys want to talk about any of this stuff. It would be fantastic. I hope you guys have an amazing week this Monday to next Monday, where I will see you next Monday with another video. So make sure you guys subscribe and like the video so you guys can see more content like this, and next Monday we can talk about something brand new and fresh. I hope you guys have an amazing night or day, depending on where you're at in the world, and I'll catch you on the next one. Peace.